Good morning, YouTube. This is WhackMed19, and welcome to the first ever episode of Pro Tips. First of all, I would like to say that I am not a pro. My KD is below 2.0, and so you can say that I am somewhat unqualified to have this discussion with you. However, I know some pros. I've heard of pros. I've watched pros. I understand that still doesn't make me a pro. However, I'm trying to bring information to you. Maybe you can get something beneficial out of it. After all, that is why you searched for a video such as this one. I understand this is going to make a couple, at least 3 especially, of my regular subscribers. Maybe it won't make them mad, but this is probably not their video. Another final opening comment is that if I do not cover something that you would like for me to cover, please let me know in the comments down below. You can tweet me at WhackMed19. I will be happy to respond, maybe make a video, whatever it is that I can do to get you the information that you need. So the first thing that we're going to talk about in the very first episode is the differences in what you are gaming for. There are competitive styles of gaming, there are pub stomping styles of gaming, there's a TriHard style, and then there's just for fun. And these are all very different. The way that you set up your world whenever you enter into it is very different depending on what it is that you would like to do. If you're not a competitive gamer, if you don't have competitive gaming credentials, then you probably don't care too incredibly much about the competitive stuff. All the other classes would like to know what it is that the professionals have banned, and that's a good idea, because then what the professionals ban, what the competitive players ban, are usually the most overpowered stuff in the game. And so that's the stuff that you would want to know about. If it's not going to be banned in the way that you play it, you may want to use that. In this game, that's the MSBS for sure. Even though I don't think it's the best gun in the world, or in this game, it's definitely way up there. No hate, just not the best of my opinion. So move on. Okay, competitive gaming. What is competitive gaming? Competitive gaming is gaming that is done at a super high level. Call of Duty is not the only game played on in a competitive manner. Now, I'm not talking about like you sit down and you play Monopoly with your friends and you really want to win. Competitive level gaming on the pro level means there's big money on the line. It also means that you really are the best in the world. You've had to prove it to get there. If you're playing on a competitive level, you're doing everything to win. Some of the differences in the styles of the competitive gamers, whenever you get to the professionals, you'll look at it, their KD doesn't matter to them. Some of the things that you would love to do, like collect score streaks, these are not goals. This is a bonus. To have a score streak is a bonus, but it's not a goal. To win the objective, to win the game, to get that W, that's what the goal is. And so their KD and their streaks don't matter. Their teamwork does matter, how well they play and how well they play in their group. There aren't very many solo artists here, although you will see some that stick out far and away above the rest. Much like how Peyton Manning sticks out far and away above other quarterbacks, he's still just one member of the team, although he's one really good one the rest of them can't do without. The professionals and competitive gamers focus more on gun skill and less on lethal equipment, tactical grenades, score streaks. They work on this person versus that person, and they put that into the mix of the game and whatever that objective is for that game. They use the best guns. They use the best guns for specifically planned sightlines on specific maps, on specific game modes. So what may change their decision on what loadout they use is what game they're playing. Maybe they're playing Capture the Flag and they want to use a submachine gun so they can run fast, and they're going to stick to tight corridors. Or maybe they're going to defend the flag and they're going to do it in an open way and they want to use an assault rifle. There's all kinds of different scenarios and reasons why they pick different guns. Competitive gamers are very selfless, which is really in opposition to the next category, which is pub stomping. Pub stomping is something you have the ability to do from the comfort of your own living room. You don't have to go anywhere, and you can do it anytime you are good enough. to do it. There are differences in opinions on what is pub stomping as far as what the actual number of kills you have to get is so that it's considered pub stomping. But basically, if you're going into public matches and you're wrecking kids and doing it at a really high level, you're far and away better than the rest of the people in the game, then you may be trying to at least consider yourself to be pub stomping. Pub stompers are very selfish. They are typically they go for high streaks and they ignore the objectives. They really don't care about the W, and they play pretty selfishly. And you can say that they are helping the team in an indirect way because they're bringing in score streaks and cool stuff like that. I'm not buying it. It's not what they're going for. They're getting them just for the fun of it, and it's an indirect measure that their team has benefited from it. It's not what they're trying to do. And typically, a pub stomper is playing with no thoughts towards the objective whatsoever, other than using them as bait to kill unsuspecting noobs. It's fun. It really is fun if you're trying to do that, but the W is not the goal. Trying to get the win, not what they care for. TriHard. TriHard gaming is a lot of fun. You can call this a lot of different things. Maybe this is just the way most people play. This is like whenever you're playing with your clan or whenever you're playing to do well. This is whenever you are really trying to work on improving yourself or improving the team around you. When you go hard at this game, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's like you're trying to be competitive on an open level, on a public skill level. And maybe you're trying as hard as you can to be as good as you can, and you're doing that on a public server type level. The W is typically your goal. You really want to win, and there's more emphasis on streaks than in the competitive group, but you like to get those streaks because you know that they'll help out your team. Or maybe everybody likes to get streaks, man. It's like its own little reward system, and that's cool. However, your goal is typically to win or to do well, or at least to do whatever it is that you enjoy doing, and that's why you play that game. Maybe it's capture the flag, maybe it's domination, maybe it's a blitz or whatever. And then there's the playing for fun class. You use dumb classes. You use nonsensical equipment. Maybe you have goals that are weird and they're not objective based, or maybe they are. Winning and kill to death ratio are irrelevant to someone who's playing for fun, and you have a so what attitude. And this is a really fun way to play any Call of Duty. You have to really set aside how bad you can possibly do and understand that you're just here for fun. And since you're here for fun, you can do whatever you want. Now, you can call these people bad players, but they're having a good time. And so, since people can be in the same lobby from all four of these, well, maybe not so much competitive, maybe the competitives are trying to pub stomp, but since all four of them can be in the same lobby, don't judge somebody for the way they're playing the game. Just enjoy it for the way you want to play the game. And if you're trying to go into a lobby and pub stomp, and you get wrecked by someone trying to have some fun, that stinks for you, man. Hate it for you. Maybe you should try a little harder. So the pro tips for the day is make up your mind how you're going to play. If you're going to play for fun, that's great. You don't need pro tips. You need to go have fun. If you want to play and go hard, then you need to make up your mind every single time the game starts. You're going to do everything you can to get better. That's where pro tips can help you out. Stick around, subscribe up, and look for more of these videos to come in the future. Thanks. Have a great day.
You can't just run around like a chicken with your head cut off. Slow down. Relax.